Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome to a video that I'm very excited to make. A little bit different than most of the videos that we do here. My name is Ryan. I have a master's degree in creative writing. I work as a writer in my real job when I'm not playing video games for blind playthroughs here on YouTube. We just finished up a playthrough of The Witcher 3, and I loved it, and I wanted to see all of the different endings, but I also wanted to maybe put my writer hat on. This is the same hat that I normally wear, but my writer hat, that's a terrible joke, and take a look at the writing decisions, which I've loved for, 160 hours of this game so far, and which I'm imagining I'm going to really enjoy in all these different endings. So here in a minute, we're going to react to the 3 endings of the main game of The Witcher 3. Bad, then good, then happy. I think I've technically seen part of bad already. I think I got good, and I don't know exactly the difference between good and happy. We'll find out here in a second. But I did want to say before we actually hop in, apparently there's something like 30 plus different actual endings to The Witcher 3, but not 30 different cutscenes. So we're going to be watching the cutscenes. The endings change depending on minor decisions that you made throughout or major decisions you made throughout the game, romances, the falling and rising of of empires and political party powers and such. So these are the 3 endings in terms of cutscenes, but your results may differ. Let's hop in. I'll pause or maybe skip through some parts if I don't have anything to say through it, but let's do this.
The king of the wild hunt they
The
defeated.
bad ending first.
As to Ciri with her exceptional gift, her story was hardly done. The sorceresses helped the Witcher determine that Ciri and Avalach were somewhere on Unvik. Geralt and Yennefer set out to find them. Eredin's last words proved a lie. Avalach and Ciri had gone together, he as her mentor, to a portal that had opened within Tor Gavalka, Valka's tower. Ciri entered the tower, prepared to use her powers to end a danger once and for all, to save all worlds from eradication in the grip of the White Frost.
So in this ending, we, Geralt, have made bad decisions in terms of coaching and helping Ciri towards the outcome. Which was the thing I was very interested. Ciri is dead, ? Very interested in the main game was like this dynamic of Ciri's freedom and our like the advice that we wanted to give and whether or not it was actually leading to a more free and responsible Ciri or a more oppressed with responsibility Ciri. Okay. So like I said, I've watched part of this before. I think maybe even this entire ending before. The quality looks a little bit rough. Sorry about that, but got it set on high quality, I believe.
Who are you?
You know
We'll go 4K. Sure, see what happens. See if my internet can handle
who
it.
I am and why I'm here.
I do. You needn't. I'm no longer a threat. I starve, for the swamp is poisoned. I've no strength to hunt humans.
So a thing that I really like about this this part right here, I'm already going to get into it. So post bad set of events, when Geralt returns to the swamp, we have this sort of like environmental is a pun intended, storytelling where when a source of evil in the world happen or like a bad decision in the world happens, the environment itself suffers, and in this case, ironically, a monster suffers. So a beast or a monster, the werewolf, suffers because of the poisoning of the swamp. So
Poisoned. I've no strength to hunt humans.
Crone summon you?
In my sleep. Once I had wolf dreams. Now I dream hunger, pain, and blood.
Where is she?
Out there, in the swamp. Is there no other way?
he looks at my blade, and the camera focuses on my
There's
blade.
one. Find the crone. Guide me through the swamp to her.
And then,
Then we'll see.
the crone, what's she done to you?
Stole my daughter's medallion.
If I may, why risk it? The crone will fight, Like a hounded wolverine, she'll fight. She may cripple, even kill you.
Would that be so
Find
bad?
the girl a new pendant.
In
Her
Geralt's mind.
sorrow will pass in time.
No, it won't. My daughter's dead.
But the camera looks to the skies.
Go.
Dead question mark.
What's your name, werewolf?
Barum,
Lead me to the crone, Barum.
there's a wolf den nearby. Wolf cubs inside.
Such a very interesting moment. We're following a monster rather than chasing one down. Instead of Witcher senses, fisheye lens, tracking footsteps through the swamp, we're following one.
Carry them out of the swamp. They'll not survive here, or they'll change into something evil.
It's a classic Witcher 3 trope. The monster, the beast, is the one who's worried about others and worried about the future and trying to leave the world a better place. Worried about these cubs.
I sense a wolf. And men.
How many?
10, no more.
Stay out of it.
The Witcher 3 does that kind of thing better than anyone. The who's the real monster? We've got a werewolf and a man who is School of the Wolf, and now we've got bandits and an injured wolf. The Venn diagram of wolves and men here is a circle. Actually, it's a complicated set of
What are you doing
16
here?
overlapping circles.
The she-wolf's been on the hunt the last few days. Killed a cow, wounded a man, so we set some traps. Stupid beast walked straight into one. Once she tires, we'll set the hounds on her.
Stupid beast walked right into a trap. Geralt walks into this situation. It might be said walking directly into a trap.
There's a wolf baiting.
Wolf baiting is 100% a...
What happened to your ear?
Why does it matter? None of your ploughing concern.
a double meaning here.
Where's the crone?
Sod off. Your kind's not welcome. Leave our lands.
Not just yet. Soon. First the crone.
You're 1. We're 10. We've got hounds. Wanna end like the she-wolf?
The wolf's whining gets me every time. It just
Calm
sends
down.
my...
We don't need to fight.
Just go. And the lady of the swamp, you leave her be.
makes me shiver.
Release the she-wolf.
She's not weakened yet. She's raging. No, she's good as dead, but has yet to accept it.
Plus, there's the... Of course, we haven't even talked about the fact that Ciri is the one who's dead and gone. And this she-wolf is trapped.
Get out of here.
What? You dim in the head? Beast killed our cattle, and she'll keep hunting. Damn animal. It's the ploughing enemy. It's her or us.
My sentiments exactly.
Geralt in this ending is so short and to the point. Of course, right? He's just been through hell and believes he has less than nothing to live for. But unfortunately, it makes for some of the least
We'll flay
interesting
you alive, you
of Geralt's dialogue, because he's so short and to the point, because he's emotionally hurt and, you know, his without a future and all of that.
wretch.
All right, we'll get some combat. I may turn the volume down while we're in combat real quick, just so I can talk a little bit more. Yeah, the like trapped wolf and double meanings and the walking into a trap can apply a couple different ways.
One cub lives.
Come on. No time for that.
Won't survive on its own.
Lead me to the crone.
This is a classic, like, in the face of the worst nightmare or, like, the worst outcome, how can you continue hoping? How can you continue making choices for the future? The werewolf at this point still wants to save the cub. Geralt has no eyes for anything that is beyond about 30 minutes from now.
She's close. Somewhere here.
Go back to your wolf dreams, Barum. Save the cub. Go away, far away. Find yourself a comely wife wolf and live.
Let me help you.
No.
That's the one exception to Geralt plants this whole dream, this whole idea of what your future could be. And then the werewolf, in true monster fashion, selflessly offers to help.
Remember, like a hounded wolverine, she'll fight. She could kill you.
Is that a human ear? Wait a second. Is that a human ear?
Hounded wolverine, she'll fight. She could
Half
kill you.
transformed?
I know. Now go.
Or is that because of the swamp itself?
Patience, sisters.
Hard to tell.
I sense him. He comes. You shall yet have his soul.
The crone is talking to her sisters, huh?
His pain, his icy suffering will be yours, and you will feast on him. Soon, sisters. Very soon.
Blood on this rock. Ugh, the eye every time gets me.
Come out.
Geralt's a man of few
I
words,
sense your pain.
normally. Right now, he's a man
I
of
see your
less
fear.
words.
Look about you. Feel the hatred. You slaughtered the veterans with the 12th coin. They would see you suffer while you've lost your claws, wolf. The prophecies do not lie. You cannot survive this struggle.
They would see you struggle. Sorry, they would see you suffer while you've lost your claws. You've lost the thing that you you spent this entire playthrough, this entire game, fighting for, to find Ciri and help her, and therefore save her. You've lost the claw, the thing that drove you, the thing that made you sharp. Also, speaking about the prophecy here, it is foretold. Speaking of a lack of hope, if it's already foretold that you will die here, what use is there to fight?
Cyril is dead. Naught but a small frozen corpse in an icy wilderness.
The twitching
And
gets me.
you are afraid. You feel fear.
You lie. I don't feel a thing anymore.
I love this moment because, on the one hand, the crone puts forth one potential emotional reaction to this, which is that you fear that everything you did was for naught. And Geralt says, no, I know it was. Basically, in a way, he doesn't actually say this, but the way I interpret it is he says, no, I've already made my peace with that. And it's not really peace at all, but. And then we get a fight.
You've changed. You suffer. You seek death, I feel it. I know the smell of suicide's breath. The omens do not lie.
She says you're there to
That little
just
whore, her cursed blood. She slew my sisters.
run yourself
I am
upon the
alone.
sword of the monsters here.
Despair devours you like
Okay, so let's get through the fight.
maggots devour a corpse. Your flesh.
Oh, this is
cured
nice.
with
They're showing
fat,
just the weakest dialogue.
Sweet with pain.
She says you're seeking sweet relief. Yeah.
I can't look at this. You must die.
And the werewolf.
Stay out of it.
You've changed. You suffer. You seek death, I feel it. I know the smell of a suicide's breath. You wish to die.
I love that in this moment the wolf tries to help.
To end.
It's so, like, the basic human decency kind of moment. Except it's not a human decency. It's a werewolf decency. Even in your last moment, this suicide you tried for, you aren't alone, even if you tried to be. I have seen this part, so I know it's coming, and it's so fucking cool. That's my official writer hat saying it's so fucking cool. Turn the volume back up. He's dead, and the crows burst forth when it happens. See a monster in the back looking over the shoulder, or looking over the top of the house. Geralt's looking for the medallion. In a full rage now. He felt nothing, but now that the crone is dead, he feels something very strongly. You can see it in his emotions. I mean, you could see it when he destroys the chest. I love this game. The best games put you as a person that you're playing, or you as the character that you've created, in close proximity to other people who are important to you. It's one of the things that The Witcher does the best, and that I love about it. It puts you in close proximity to Ciri, who you care so much about. And because of that, you hurt with Geralt in this scene, in plenty of other scenes. And this is one of the coolest cinematic scenes in the game. The reason that matters, by the way, I love that part. The reason that matters, putting you in close proximity to other people, is because it heightens the stakes. So it's the most simple thing you can do in all of writing, is make the outcome matter more. And the way that you do that is the same way that you do it in real life. Many people know this, but like, when you're, I don't know, the metaphor I would use is like when you're 16 and you're learning to drive, you can't realize how important your safety on the road is. 16 if you're here in the United States, I guess. But then you become an adult and you watch a 16-year-old who you love learn to drive for the first time. And you're just, your heart's in your throat the whole time, and you're so nervous for them and worried for them, and you can't do anything. The stakes are heightened. Is there anything particularly scary? Are there stakes to driving a car every day? Yes. Are those stakes very much heightened when the person driving the car is your first-time 16-year-old? Oh yeah. Anyways.
Radovid had many faults. He was cruel, impetuous, and pathologically ambitious. But he was a tactical genius. That's undeniable.
He's
commanding
playing chess.
Forces far outnumbered by his foes. He handily defeated the invader from the south. The Redanian eagle spread its wings, taking all the north, including Novigrad.
So this is where a lot of the 30-plus different
With
endings can
victory
happen.
in the war against
We'll see what
Nilfgaard
happens
secured,
here.
Radovid proceeded to complete his witch hunt. As they had in Novigrad, pyres burned in Temeria and Aedirn, lands now liberated by the Redanian monarch. In the drive for moral renewal, simple herbalists, pellers, healers, and non-humans, all supposed heretics, were murdered in droves. For many, freedom beneath Radovid's scepter proved more tragic than servitude to another.
Incredible
as long
line.
as his
Good
armies
writing.
went from one victory to the next, Emir's subjects remained boundlessly obedient. When a string of humiliating defeats proved
That's an important note. So this is one more thing I should say is that the reason I care so much about these endings, and the reason you should care about the ending to anything, is an ending, if it is good, wraps up every thread, or at least most of the important threads that have been woven throughout the narrative. When we first step foot in the bar in White Orchard, the tavern in White Orchard, the question that's happening there when the shield or the sigil is being hung on the wall is, will you be
remain boundlessly obedient
to Emir, to Nilfgaard? And so, in the end, what we have to know is, were his subjects boundlessly obedient? And they were until...
When a string of humiliating defeats proved Var Emreis fallible, the opposition, thus far secret, attacked. The subjects of the Emperor who had danced on the graves of his foes laid him to rest in a tomb of his own.
That is the other thing I admire about that sentence, is the full circle nature. The subjects of the Emperor who had danced on the graves of his foes laid him to rest. That's good. That's good.
Many islanders believed Svanrige would be no more than his ambitious mother's puppet. The young king proved them wrong, ignoring her whims and ruling with an iron hand all his own. Tired
Ooh.
of the Jarls and their endless feuds, he resolved to turn the Isles into an absolute monarchy, modeled after those of the continent.
This is not an ending that I
What he
got.
resolved, he achieved, but only by shedding his countrymen's blood.
Yeah, I could have told you that. I could have told you that was
As
coming.
for Ciri, that's hard to say.
Hard to
Since
say.
the events on Undvik, she is yet to be seen.
There, if you want to look up lots of lore about what actually happens to Ciri in this ending, or what is hinted at by the story itself, other people have said it much better than I ever will. Much more astute. This should be our second ending. Ciri is a witcheress. Okay. So this is the ending that I got. The good ending. So I've seen all of this before. And I have a lot to admire about this ending. God, there's some good writing stuff to point out here.
The gentleman will follow.
This is a throwback to the time that we were having our haircut and shave before we walk in. Here in front of the Emperor, you are boundlessly obedient. You do not have an option. The gentleman will follow. The thing that's interesting here is just the lie by omission that's about to happen.
The Redanians will be here
His
shortly.
Imperial Majesty.
Because in the face of absolute power, if you don't have the answer that they're looking for, not that Geralt cares about the Emperor's power that much, but if you don't have the answer they're looking for, you find ways to not tell the truth that they are not looking for.
Speak.
Hey, I know what that
Ciri
painting
is
is on the
dead.
wall. Ciri's dead, he
How
said.
did
Sorry.
it happen?
The White Cold. You're familiar with the prophecy? Ciri tried to stop it. She did, but paid the ultimate price.
I remembered this differently. I remembered this as a lie by omission. Just not saying exactly what happened. Not lying, but not saying exactly what happened. No, Geralt just lies. I had forgotten this. He just
Where
lies.
is the body?
Where's
I
the body?
doubt it'll ever be found.
Who else knows?
Avalach, Elven Sage. But I doubt you'll find him either.
And Yennefer?
She's decided to stay in the north. Provided you don't object.
I don't. And you?
Plenty of work for witchers after a war. I'll travel east, maybe north.
Did Cirilla say... Did she ask you to convey anything?
She regretted not getting a chance to say goodbye.
Did she tell you this? Really?
Didn't have to.
Aw.
She wanted to make peace. I know that. If there's nothing else,
There is...
The way I read that scene is that Geralt, if you choose that option, if you choose to say she didn't have to, like, is there a message she wished to convey? You have a choice there, right?
Did she tell you this?
Sorry, let me back up just a second.
Thing. Did she ask you to convey anything?
Is there only one option? No, there's multiple. Okay, that's what I thought. If you choose this option, it's almost as if Geralt is like attempting to soothe Emperor Emir's feelings, worries.
she regretted not getting a chance to say
He
goodbye.
calls his bluff. Did she really tell you this?
Really?
And Geralt says, no, but I know her well.
Didn't have to. She wanted to make peace. I know that.
The problem is I don't know that it's true. It might be true.
there's
I don't know
nothing
that it's
else,
true to
There
Ciri,
is,
though.
but you may go.
And so Geralt is just a master emotional manipulator during this scene.
Witcher.
The other thing that should be said, of course, is that when you're seeing this for the first time, you don't know that Ciri is not dead. No, spoiler alert, but she's not dead. So when Geralt says it,
wish
you believe
to
it.
see you ever again.
Emperor Emir thinks he is just, like, you know, one, the emotional tete-a-tete that just occurred, and Geralt has just secured Ciri's freedom for at least as long as the rumors of... At least as long as Ciri can avoid being talked about in terms of rumors. That's how I read the situation anyways.
Need a hand with your wagon?
No. It's not exactly ours. More a captured vehicle. Booty, you might say.
Folk must have abandoned it in their rush. To where, I don't know. Be a shame for the Reds to claim it, loot it.
Change is coming.
Change
Grown
is coming.
accustomed, we have.
With the Black Ones gone, witch hunters will move in. Yet life will roll on. We've to seize the day.
True that. So, let's get to work before night creeps up on us.
Sure you don't need any help?
I believe we will manage.
Where you headed? Nearest inn, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Supposed to meet someone first, at the former campsite of the Nilfgaardians. You take care now.
The way I read this scene is in that scene you give the average person, the hordes of normal people that you've encountered during this game,
Come on, Roach.
a chance to sort of say, and how's the temperature on the ground after things have changed? And you see and it's important to note the answer. The hordes of people of The Witcher 3 who are always coughing and saying terrible, unimportant shit to each other back and forth, what they say in this situation, given the chance, is you have to keep hoping. There's work to do, and we're used to change. They're used to the machinations of bigger powers and a changing, hanging a different shield on the wall of your tavern. But at the end of the day, there's still work to do, and so they still need to get going before nightfall. All right, back to the Nilfgaardian garrison, where we were very early in the game.
Master Ort. Probably got held back.
We meditate.
You're late.
Soldiers,
Blocking the roads, I know. No matter. You have it?
as agreed. 38.5-inch blade. Weight, just under 40 ounces. Silver-plated siderite steel core. Glyphs and runes both the length of the blade and on the hilt.
So, a couple things.
Beautiful.
Been in this trade for 3 decades. Only the best swordsman of the coin for my wares.
At this point, we still believe Geralt to be in grief, if it's our first time watching or experiencing this. We still believe Geralt to be grieving. And so I start at least to have the idea what this sword might be about. And then we'll see what it actually is about and for what reason, which is different than we thought. The other thing is that this happens in the old Nilfgaardian embassy or whatever, garrison, whatever it's called. Garrison, I think. We're meeting here. It's dead silent. That's why we meditate throughout it. Nilfgaard's gone.
When I say no witcher has, or ever had, a
This
better
place is now
weapon,
peaceful.
you ought to trust me.
Reputation precedes you, Master Ort. I'd never doubt you.
The inscription, as you asked.
We have either the option to
Ziriel.
say Ziriel.
Swallow.
Classic Elder Speech runes, no styling, simple and precise.
May I?
It is yours. If you'd like to test it, have my lackeys put out a training dummy.
Cool.
Your payment. Gems only, as requested.
I feel like Geralt should be breathing harder in this situation after just leaping around like
If
that.
you've an eye out for work, heard of striggers prowling the Maribor forest.
Thanks. Need to visit the tavern first, but after, who knows?
They plant the seed of
Good luck
future
in the
work.
path, Witcher.
What Geralt said to the Emperor. There's plenty of work for a Witcher. There's always another thing on the horizon. All right, we have the sword. And it's time to go to the end. I'm so excited to see the third ending. The way this video works out, the last ending is going to be the ending I haven't seen before. So that one I'll be completely... It's great to get to watch this back knowing what I know. I can't wait to see what the third ending is all about. So this person who is recording this footage apparently has the decency to just walk everywhere like a very refined Geralt. If you're anything like me, you're just full sprinting constantly, and occasionally also rolling or dodging. And you're definitely always in a full gallop on Roach. See if I can fast forward. Never mind. Oh yeah. Forgot about this.
The Witcher!
Person hanging from the tree right there, or from the structure right there. Howling in the distance. This place is still very haunted. I know we just came from a place of peace and meditation, but...
Footprints. A dwarf's.
Do some tracking. Classic Witcher. They give us the chance to employ those Witcher senses.
All right. Out. How was your trip? Smooth sailing?
You still on about that leaky tub from the Isle of Mist? You're lucky you and that lass weren't in it with us.
You'd not have fit anyhow. You're so laden that boat. We
So these are the dwarfs from the Isle of Mists, where we found Ciri,
barely made land.
And it reeked of fish manure.
who abandoned us. But in this situation, we're so happy to see him.
Borrowed. We knew it was yours. Still is. You don't think we'd do that to a mate like you? Plough you soapless while you slept off a bender?
Oh, that's good.
Gonna give me my boat back?
That guy has to be so annoying
names would you need a boat in this brush?
to hang out with on a daily basis.
Forget I said anything. How'd you wind up here?
Our affairs brought us here. Hard times, you know. Got to earn a coin where you can.
Folk around here need surveyors?
We've shifted our efforts. Investors now.
Investors.
They've come for us. Hide!
What's going on?
You've not seen us?
It's like they're giving us little tastes of
the dwarves.
How life will
Dwarves?
Don't
continue.
feign ignorance. We've been after them since yesterday, after they stole the Reverend McKellis' golden chalice.
Life for the last 200 hours of the video game has been this exact sort of thing. Following our senses, hearing about how non-humans are mistreated, dealing with authority, giving them information or choosing not to.
Anyone aiding criminals will be subject to punishment by the Holy Tribunal of the Eternal Fire.
Those people get their power from...
A traveling preacher. A saintly man anointed by the hierarch himself. He's purged thousands of souls already.
By, purging, you mean the cleansing fire of the stake?
You know of another way.
That a threat?
Don't like your tone, mutant. Will you force me to teach you respect for those who serve the eternal fire?
Give it a shot.
There we are. We got to fight. And then it's the it's what was promised earlier, which is that now that Nilfgaard is has been defeated, in come the witch hunters, down with the non-humans. So
Pathetic.
all right, you got him. I believe in you. I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward. I believe that you've got him. Let's get to this inn.
Let's go.
It gives me a weird sense of peace knowing that the dwarves are still out there borrowing people's boats, even in a much changed world. Riding into White Orchard, things are quite different. Down with one regime, in with another one.
Giddy up.
Packing up the Nilfgaardian supplies, getting rid of them.
Hold up, sir! I beg you!
Come on.
I think I must have ridden into town in a different way. I didn't actually see that that wagon.
What's the problem?
Soldiers bound him. There, in the hut.
Bound who?
They've got me dad and Uncle Bogart and Klimko. Help me!
I also didn't have this happen? Wait. I don't remember this. Soldiers?
You there! Sod off! In the name of the king!
I don't even know how to read.
We shall see.
I swear by all the gods that...
Ha! Blasphemy! Been some time since we've had someone pulled behind the horses.
What
Mercy!
the fuck? Best give up now!
Try to get
Okay.
round him!
I don't know what they're accusing that man of, but they're accusing him of something having to do with reading. He says he can't even read. Oh, how things change. Oh, how they stay the same. This person playing the game really stresses me out with their current vitality level. We'll go ahead and skip ahead real quick. Yeah, Geralt, you look good. The hair looks great. All right. We've helped them. They fled, so... Oh, okay, we're eating now. Go ahead and skip forward real quick. My computer's taking a second to load this 4K footage of Geralt eating an apple.
Witches, false healers, charm merchants, and filthy non-humans are hereby deemed outlaws. All who provide shelter to or otherwise abet their
This guy yawning as the regime changes right before his nose.
of the eternal fire.
It's no wonder the leaders of this area have to pump themselves up so much with all this heraldry and these bright colors. And who else are they going to get any admiration from? Not from the normal peasants. They have to look commanding because they aren't going to be commanding. The gods have heard the land's cry. Its people's long wait is over. King Radovid. Gontaro Dim, are you in here?
Out of the way!
Nope. Just a couple drunk Redanians. And... there's the music. It's depressing seeing this regime change, seeing nothing truly change for the people of Temeria. And thinking the entire time that Ciri's dead. After all, Geralt said it.
Is it done?
Yes.
Incredible
Did he
moment.
believe you?
I have no idea.
For the cockatrice. And we've a new contract. It won't pay much, but I think it worth the toil.
You've been busy.
My heart.
It's yours.
The stakes.
A witch's sword. Swallow. Ooh, beautiful. May I?
Not here. You'll have
If you
ample
aren't-
opportunity soon enough.
If you
Witcher.
aren't grinning during this scene, what's wrong with you? He calls her Witcher.
Let's try it out then.
Ah, it's so good. I love Ciri.
Radovid had many faults. He was cruel, impetuous, and pathologically ambitious.
And that takes us
But
to
he
the
was
end
a
of two
tactical
endings.
Genius.
He was a
That's
tactical
undeniable.
genius, by the way.
Commanding forces far
And so now
outnumbered
for
by
the
his
ending that I
foes.
haven't seen before.
He handily defeated the invading
I'll try and talk
forces.
about what I
The Redanian eagles
think
spread
as I
its
see it.
wings, taking all the north, including Novigrad, beneath them. With
But-
victory in the war against Nilfgaard secured, Radovid proceeded
Radovid
to
completes
complete
his witch hunt. It's
As
true.
they had in Novigrad, pyres burned in Temeria and Edirn, lands now liberated by the Redanian monarch.
Liberated.
In the drive for moral renewal, simple herbalists, pellers, healers, and non-humans, all supposed heretics, were murdered in droves.
I wonder what that
Many,
villager
freedom beneath Radovid's
in
scepter proved more
White
tragic
Orchard
than
was
servitude
being
to
accused
another.
of. I missed
As
it.
long as his armies went from one victory to the next.
Boundlessly
Mere
obedient. I'm just going to go ahead and skip
subjects-
ahead.
Subjects of
This is all the same so far.
Eris's enlightened rule. Unlike those who had come before her,
Hey.
the young queen did not reign
Here's
foreign
Cerys.
shores, looking instead to her people, tending to her land.
This is the
The island-bound nation prospered, though its
This is the
fangs
ending
of
that I got.
yore were dulled. Cyrilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon, heir to Nilfgaard's throne, chose the life of a witcher on the path. Geralt taught her all he knew, every skill he possessed. Then each set off on their own.
Then each set off on their
Word of
own.
the ashen-haired witcheress had spread throughout the north, from the Yaruga to the mountains of Kovir.
And that's the
what
thing that
of
worries me.
Geralt, you might
If
ask?
word spreads,
Well,
how long
he
till Emperor
continued
Emir
on as
knows?
Before, living hand to mouth, job to job, on the road, ever coinless. We would meet at times over a glass of strong drink to talk about the old days and speculate what could have, would have, might have been.
So I've heard a little bit about this third ending, but I don't know. I've never seen it, so. Ciri is Empress. I believe the key to this one is you have to go tell Emperor Emir that you found Ciri before you go to the, and there might be other things as well, before you go to the, before you go to Undvik.
Yeah, I
and-
might believe you if you showed me a pair of monogram Batiste Galligaskins.
More likely, you just say I stole them.
Dimwits.
Can I get you more of that hooch you praised so high yesterday?
Nah, gotta go. Promised I'd be at the huntsman's cottage at the crack of dawn.
Oh, aye, that's right, rabbit hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Old man always had a soft spot for me.
All right.
He could sense I was a family man. A man of peace.
Playing some
Good-natured,
Gwent.
like himself. Would have never crossed his mind to disown me if it wasn't for that hag I call my sister.
What's the name again? Count Julian Alfonso de Wet?
Viscount Julian Alfred Pancratz de Lettenhove. Don't believe me? Just watch. You'll wipe that doubting leer off your face when we go visit my estates.
I do love that you get to see Zoltan and, is that how you say it? I always
You
said
just invent
Zoltan.
this count bit. Quite the imagination.
Zoltan and Dandelion. It's got such a, I mean, a bar is the perfect place for it. It's a reunion of old friends in this ending. So this does seem happy so far.
For one who's sober.
Geralt will vouch for me. Tell him. I've always said I'm a count.
True. You have always said so.
Just nobody's bothered to verify it.
What's with this count business all of a sudden?
Well, when we finally leave this God's forsaken dunghole, I plan to reclaim my heritage, the titles and estates that are rightfully mine.
Got plans for all these lands and titles?
I'll take possession of them. Of course, there's also the issue of progeny.
Is that so? Mean you finally found a lassie worthy of the great dandelion?
My dear friend and companion. Why, my heart belongs to the one and only Priscilla, known also as Calinetta.
Your heart, mate, true. But the rest of your anatomy?
I resent the insinuation.
The rest of your anatomy. That's incredible. The thing I was going to say is progeny. The progeny you've left behind already, or the progeny you maybe hope to have someday?
And hasten to remind you that you are talking to a count.
No need for the count to get riled. Rather, you told us how your beloved is.
Recovered, mostly. Even started singing again.
Good.
Her voice is a little lower pitched, gravelly. Actually, sounds a little better. Thanks for helping back then, Geralt.
That's so neat.
Meant
I didn't.
a lot. Really.
I never knew any
What are friends for?
closure on this quest.
Give her my best.
Don't worry, I will. Give her a kiss, even. A bit from you, mostly from me.
I'm going rabbit hunting. Dandelion?
Glad to have some rabbit stew. But freezing my ass off to amass the ingredients did not sign up for that. I'll gather the herbs, spices. No stew is complete without some sun-drenched thyme and the aroma of rosemary.
Aye, the fields are covered with rosemary blooming like wild just before Yule, aren't they?
That's why I'll be gathering my herbs from the kitchen.
So long.
Typical. Typical. It's the old familiarity. That's the vibe that this is going for. Things are back as they were. Dandelions telling tall tales. Zoltan or Zoltan is giving the sass that's deserved. The people of White Orchard are eating. There's food everywhere. Flowers still on the walls.
Gotten cold.
But it is cold outside. Oh, and a horse is bucking.
Bloody hell! Ow! Plowing ear pits! Help me!
Oh, and we run the other way. Okay. I love that. Help me! And Geralt runs the other way. Oh, are we chasing the horse? Oh, that's what we're doing. Of course. Never mind. I'm dumb.
To think the nag would know me after all these years. They're smart. Grow attached. Bit like people. Saw officers weep for their fallen mounts, though wailing women and crying babes didn't move them one bit.
Which side you fight for?
Like most, my own. Fought to stay alive. Dying's all the same. Dirt and shite, be it under the Redanian eagle or the Imperial sun.
We have Ernest Hemingway
no glory in it.
Been away long?
A year. Not quite. But it feels like more, let me tell you.
They force you to join?
No, I was eager to fight. Thought I'd bring home more than just the scars on my back. Did see a chunk of the world, though.
How'd that work out for
battles, a few famous generals from afar, and lots of horsens. Didn't see the Emperor take Novigrad, but I don't regret it. Beautiful city. But I wonder what awaits me back home.
Glad to see the horse is in good hands.
The best. His owners. Do you miss me, Golden, huh? Do you miss me?
I'd say he did. Bolted off soon as he sensed you. Toppled anyone in his way.
Do you mark anyone calling after him? Ploughing in armpits or some such? But one man here curses so odd, my neighbour, Mirko. Gave him Golden to care for when I left. Want to go see him, must be worried. Here. Token of my appreciation for running after Golden, to see he was all right. Damn dear, bark up the trees again.
That was lovely. Oh, you just mounted that horse in the craziest way. Wow. That was lovely. Oh, man. War never changes. Marian soldiers. We must talk to the hunter. This is what we told
Greetings.
Dandelion and everyone we would do. I wonder who the hunter is.
Come on. Plowing ear pits. Who's this? Hubrecht! That explains why Golden was so frisky. Bucking like a horsefly bit him.
Good to see you, Mirko. You've not changed a bit. Not a smidgen.
Inside with you. Throw off your cloak, set yourself by the hearth. I'll just tie Golden off and be back in a flash with a flask.
Incredible. I'm sure beside that moment of happy reunion, though, is probably
Master Witcher?
many
Thought you'd clear the area of beasts your last time through.
less happy
Rabbit hunting
reunions.
this time around.
Ah, so that's it. maybe you come round, visit us this eventide. Verka's baking a pie.
I don't know if...
As you will. You're always welcome.
Okay. Witcher appreciated. This is a completely new thing.
May the sun shine upon you.
No coinless Geralt, but somebody who... A Geralt with company for dinner tonight.
She's gone.
Mad she had to wait.
No, eager to roam the fields. Prepared the cover scents and oiled the jaw traps all by herself.
Make a good hunter, wouldn't she?
Nah, too impatient, that one. Probably snatching rabbits barehanded, putting them in the traps because they're too slow to step in themselves.
This is the hunter we worked with early in the game.
Not far. Over yonder.
Farewell.
I'm 90% sure of it. So in this ending, we have no disbelief that Ciri is alive. We haven't heard anything about Ciri in this ending so far, but we've just heard Mislav say she and talk about how absolutely off on her own she is. And then we walk up to Ciri. Watching a rabbit run away from a trap.
Not up to hunting rabbits anymore?
Not really.
What now?
Nothing. Just sitting, waiting for you. It's nice here.
I'll wait till you see Dol Blethana in winter, and the Blue Mountains. We'll head east soon as the snow melts. Think we might have settled in a bit too much.
She seems
promised
unhappy.
to show me that griffin's nest before we left. Let's go now.
She wants adventure.
You actually interested?
Absolutely. You said it yourself. A royal griffin's a rare sight.
Not that rare. Venture to say we'll have to slay a couple more before we get back to Kaer Morhen. But if you want to see the nest, it's just up the hill.
Come.
All right. Don't step in the bear trap, in the rabbit trap. That's the thing I'm most interested here in here.
We were supposed to train today.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow at sunup then. Work you hard like I did in the good old days. Probably been a while since anyone showed you just how much you still have to learn.
I'm interested in like what's changed in their relationship, what Ciri's outcome is here. What are they going to hint at here? Is she happy? Is she unhappy? Is she fulfilled? Do we have the same relationship we've always had? Geralt seems to be making jokes about them having the same type of relationship.
Careful now.
This is no time for you to lecture me.
Ciri, wait. There's something in the...
We really don't need to play hare and hounds.
First off, this is no time. Be careful. This is no time for you to lecture me. Ciri, wait. Direct headbutting in terms of Ciri's freedom and responsibility, that theme that is most interesting about this ending. And then there's the Royal Griffin.
Ciri.
Forktail. This recording has combat volume very high and dialogue volume pretty low. I hope it's been very audible. And hopefully not too audible. Alright, you have a forktail. Ciri helps kill it. Beautiful. Grab those mutagens. The loot.
What?
A hair faster. That's all it needed to be to rip your shoulder wide open.
But it wasn't, and it didn't. We killed it. What is this about?
You're angry, wanted to unload. But be that careless and next time.
Don't you understand?
This makes me sad.
There won't be a next time.
Yeah.
Ciri, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, it's not a good time.
Want to head back?
She really does not want to head back. That's the thing that she doesn't want to do is head back.
Enough. Let's go fishing.
Time to go fishing. All right. Okay.
We bring Dandelion a nice fat perch, and he just might forget about the rabbit stew. Shame he didn't come along. He could use a bit of exertion.
Huh.
Okay. Siri. Siri's hitting you with the reply K as the text. Just K. K. This is supposedly the happy ending. So far, I just feel mostly very sad for our relationship.
Shouldn't be too thick here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
How exactly do you plan to catch anything?
You'll see.
You like art him out of the water or what? What is that?
I'll be damned.
Is that a bear?
Should we go?
No, no way. Lake's gotta be full of perch, bream, or pollard. Fresh pollard. Would you like that?
I wouldn't mind some, but do we plan to wait here until he leaves?
No, we'll scare him off.
How?
I'll improvise. Wait here.
Siri, be careful. I'm gonna go improvise something with a bear. Protective parents. All right, you just lit him on
An
fire.
old
You
witch's
just
trick for tough winters. Not
blew him
terribly
up.
subtle, but
Effective.
remember, don't ever do this.
Why show it to me at all, then?
Just in case. Never know what could happen on the path, what could save your life.
The good news is Siri's getting that sense of adventure that she was I'm guessing she's so nervous that she's going to miss out on. The other thing is that Geralt just said on the path. So is the plan right now that Geralt is going to take Ciri to Kaer Morhen and they will start the path and Ciri will become a witcheress? But then it gets interrupted?
All right, let's go.
Who taught you that?
Vesemir. A long time ago.
How long?
Very. Back when I wanted to call myself Geralt Roger Eric Duot Pelagarci.
What?
Oh my god.
Tell you about it tonight.
And
Incredible.
about the time you broke your leg after wagering you jump off the roof of Kaer Morhen and land a horse's back?
How do you even know about that?
Eskel told me. But I want to hear you tell it. I'm certain you have a rational explanation.
Ciri is much cheered up.
You never gave me piggyback rides at Kaer Morhen, remember? Vesemir was the only one willing.
Vesemir. That's what. Oh.
Had to wait till now to remind me? You've put on some weight since Kaer Morhen. Hey.
Gonna make some snow angels? No, they're gonna actually emotionally connect. Ciri, what's the problem?
Ciri.
What's troubling you?
We should get back.
Deflection?
Remember me training on the pendulum? How I feared I'd never manage, yet you forbade me from giving up. I was black and blue practically all the time. That pendulum was a nightmare.
How could I forget?
I think that's the pendulum we saw at the start of
Those
the
months
game,
at
right?
Kaer Morhen, they passed so quickly.
Yeah, they did. They were our first
I wish we'd spent more time together then.
30 minutes of an hour to an hour of this playthrough. I think of them with nostalgia just as you do, Ciri. Aw. This snowy world is incredible. I haven't really commented on it yet, but it's very neat to see after driving off the Wild Hunt and the White Frost. Oh. To see a snowy world is... Ciri's makeup has smeared, by the way. Uh-oh. This is where... Okay, I have an idea what happens. The Emperor caught up to him. Because we've told the Emperor of...
Almost managed to forget it was today. They're here for me, Geralt. I'm going to Nilfgaard, to Emir. I know you didn't expect this, but in Vizima, my father and I spoke for long. Argued, really, and...
This explains it. Ciri didn't tell Geralt. Geralt still thought they were going on the path together. Okay.
Parted. Then a messenger came with a letter. I didn't say anything at first because I wasn't sure, and then I realized I had to stop fleeing. I realized that if I wish to change anything, I cannot do so hunting monsters round forgotten villages. I must do so from there, from Nilfgaard.
You could have told me, warned me.
I wanted to, but I didn't know how. I've been happy here. I was afraid I'd ruin it. I wanted to make every minute count.
They've spent some good time
back
here.
At the nest, I was about this. I didn't pry. Didn't want to force you to tell me. Thought we had time. A lot more time. You make this choice on your own?
If you mean to suggest Yennefer had anything to do with this, then the answer is no.
Great. She even know?
No. And I'd prefer she not get involved this time.
I'll let you tell her that. Is this what you want?
Yes. You're not trying to stop me. Take me to the Blue Mountains by force.
Traveled half the world to find you, but I never intended to force anything on you.
Aw.
I know.
You'll be fine.
This
You're
is
a
just...
Witcher.
Witcher 3 is just
You needn't say goodbye.
parenting simulator.
Of course we don't.
I don't know when we'll see each other again.
Multiple
You
options.
know where to find me.
You can't possibly stay at Kaer Morhen all the time.
Makes no difference. You'll find me.
True.
Remember what I taught you. Never know. Could be useful there too.
Don't let royal griffins sneak up behind you, or forktails sneak up behind you. Honestly, I can see that might have some implications for politics.
We needn't say goodbye.
Watch your back. Yes, we do. What does this do?
Yeah, we do.
You could come with me.
No, Ciri. That's not me. You know that.
I know, but I thought...
You've made your decision, and I made mine long ago.
This is
War's
the happy
over.
ending?
I'll have plenty of work chasing monsters round forgotten villages.
When do you leave?
Now.
Won't you at least give Triss some time to pack? So this is...
Aww. This is the bad ending. This sucks. I hate this. This makes me very sad. Ugh. We get a hug at least before the end of this scene. Oh, handing over the sword. Wow. Geralt looks so sad. Oh. The little walk off. Hesitant at first. Oh, there's so much to read there. 1 second. Hesitant at first, but then with some confidence. Oh. Dang, I don't know that this is the happy ending. What the heck? Wow. I wonder if there's any more scenes after this. Apparently in this world, in this playthrough that I'm watching, Geralt chose Triss. I'm a person after my own heart. whoever this player was. Slow fade to black while Ciri rides off into the distance to her new life. That is not the happy ending. I call bullshit. Ciri's alive.
The war ended. The invader from the south achieved complete victory. Robbed of Radovid's tactical genius, the northern realms could not withstand Ymir's countless legions.
Maybe Ciri changes it from the inside.
Banners appeared over Novigrad.
That would be the goal, right?
Redania. Weary of rebel raids, Ymir Varemres conceded, restoring Temeria as a realm in liege to the
Interesting.
Empire. When the guerrillas...
This is the scene. The insignia on the bar. They are their own. They're their own. What was it? Their own realm in liege to the Empire.
When the guerrillas laid down their arms,
Sure, that goes well.
the Emperor shifted his forces to other fronts. Through Nilfgaard's victory, Temerians got their country back.
So happy for
History,
Temeria.
once again, proved a consummate trickster.
History
Having dealt
proved
with
a consummate
Radovid,
trickster.
Ymir of Varemres did the same with enemies domestic.
Yikes.
The Emperor's loyal spies named all who had conspired against him, traitors, soldiers, and aristocrats alike. Though
Yikes.
their mutiny had only been a murky plan, the Emperor showed no mercy, as was his wont. While the continent bled engulfed by war, Skellige bloomed under Ceres's enlightened rule.
There we
Unlike
go.
those
We know
who
this
had come
one.
Before her, tending to her land, the island. After years in exile, Ciri returned to Nilfgaard, her paternal home, where Ymir prepared to name her his successor. The woman had the necessary qualities. From her father, she'd inherited an empress's political instincts. From Geralt, she had gained a sense of simple human decency. Few monarchs boast both traits, which is quite a shame. And what of Geralt, you might ask? Well, he continued on as before.
Ever
living
coinless.
Hand to mouth, job to job, on the road, ever coinless. We would meet at times over a glass of strong tea
Sure.
to
What might have
talk
been,
about the
could have,
old
should have
days
been.
and
Okay. Anything else? Or is that the credits? That's the credits. All right. Incredible. That is going to do it for our video here. No, thank you for watching. That's going to do it. Thanks for hanging out and letting me talk a little bit more about this game that I love so much and getting to see all of the endings all at once. For me, for the first time. I am shocked at how unhappy the happy ending made me feel. I think the good ending is truly the good ending. And in a weird way, the bad ending, while the outcome is objectively bad, reveals certain, like, it has certain hints of what I love no matter what the ending is, which is, you know, Geralt's sense of duty and sacrifice for Ciri, the fact that he would do anything for her, the kindness of the monsters you meet along the way, and sort of a little bit of hope in the face of hopelessness. Not by Geralt, but yeah, that was quite interesting, quite interesting. I hope that I could provide some sort of interesting commentary along the way. I hope you enjoyed getting to hear my thoughts, or at least my reactions to some of this stuff. If you want to see me react to the other endings in this game for the Blood and Wine DLC and the Hearts of Stone DLC, hey, good news. I'm going to release 2 more videos, one on each of those. At least I believe so at this point. I think I will be. I'm going to try and film them here in just a little bit, actually. So keep an eye out for those here on our channel. If you'd like to see more, like, you know, Ryan reacting to the writing in certain things, let me know. You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy getting to put that hat on and think about things. So let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you had a great time watching this. If you did, a like or a positive comment down below helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in a future video. Bye-bye.